music we shared when our two hearts were young and so free. The future looks on, so I must write these songs to pass on what a friend gave to me, and that's the way it should be. Jobim's legacy. Those looks memorized, those photographed eyes, the spirit that was in the air. The winds of romance, till morning we dance. Forever you'll always be there, and that's the way it should be. Jobim's legacy. We embrace all the beauty we knew. We laughed and we cried as we walked side by side down this path known to only a few. It lives in everything I do. My heroes and friends, I'll see you again, and I'll find you among the stars. Our music lives on, I will cherish these songs, and I'll always know where you young and so free. Our music lives on, I will cherish these songs that tell stories of you and me. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Friday with Frank Sings Frank. This is my 11th show, and I think you might have guessed by just the introductory music that I've been playing. That was Marilyn Scott, Just the Way It Should Be. It's a tribute to Antonio Carlos Jobim, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to take the first half of the show and devote it to music that was largely written or arranged for and by Antonio Carlos Jobim. He was born in Brazil in 1927. He died in 1994. And he was a good friend of Frank Sinatra in the 1960s when the phenomenon called bossa nova music came to the United States. Stan Getz, a jazz saxophone player, befriended Joan, I'm saying it right, Joan Gilberto, and they did The Girl from Ipanema with a nice jazz arrangement, and the sound hit to the United States like something very special, something new and exciting. It was a very cool sound. It was a soft samba sound, the bossa nova, and so many people recorded music as a result of that. So let's get started. I've got about 8 or 9 songs that come from the album that was nominated for a Grammy in 1967, Francis Albert Sinatra and Antonio Carlos Jobim, 1967. It lost to the Beatles, go figure, in 1968. Not the Magical Mystery Tour, but the other one that they did. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So have to lose to that one. But anyway, it gave you a sense that, hey, Frank Sinatra was back with something new and different. And so these songs are all very different and have a nice sound to them. So let's start off with three of the songs that were jazz standards that were put and arranged into bossa nova style. It's very interesting how they did that, because this next song was written in 1953, and it was from a musical called Kismet, I'm sorry. And all the arrangements were by a German arranger who was very good at this sound. His name was Klaus Obermann, and he did both albums. So here we go with bobbles, bangles, and beats. Cha-cha, whatever you want to do, samba, cha-cha, figure it out there. This is so much different. Crank it up a little bit. Bobbles, bangles, hear how they jing-jing-a-ling-a. Bobbles, bangles, bright shiny beads, sparkle, spangle, your heart will sing, sing-a-ling-a, wearing bobbles, bangles, and beads. You'll glitter and gleam, so you're gonna make somebody dream, so that someday he may buy you a ring, ring-a-ling-a. I've heard that's where it leads. If you're wearing baubles, bangles, and beads, you'll glitter and gleam, so you're gonna make somebody dream, so that someday he may buy you a ring, ring-a-ling-a. I've heard that's where it leads. If you're wearing baubles, bangles, and beads, baubles, bangles, and beads. All right, first song out of the starting blocks right there. A nice soft bossa nova sound. Again, a very soft samba beat. That's how this music became very popular. It started and originated in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, and that's where Antonio Carlos Jobim is from. He was called Tom Jobim by his close friends, including Frank Sinatra. And so as we go through this program, look at all the different beats, the different lyrics, and how they're woven into it. The problem that a lot of the people had with Jobim's music is that putting lyrics to it and translating it from Portuguese to English, it just didn't work all the time. So unless they had a really good lyricist, American lyricist, who could put the lyrics right to Jobim's songs, that was the challenge. So you'll probably see that, because some of these lyrics are a little off, if you will, but still they're all beautiful songs. This next song should be no stranger to you. This is an Irving Berlin classic from the Great American Soundbook called Change Partners. I think I did this song a few weeks back. But here it is from the album. I hope you're dancing. Must you dance every dance with the same fortunate man? You've been dancing with him since the music began. Won't you change partners and dance with me? Must you dance quite so close, with your lips touching his face? Can't you see I'm longing to be in his place? Won't you change partners and dance with me? Ask him to sit this one out, and while you're alone, I'll ask the waiter to tell him he's wanted on the telephone. You've been locked in his arms ever since heaven knows when. Once you change partners, and then you may never want to change partners again. Once you change partners, and then we may never want to change partners again. Irving Berlin to a bossa nova beat. All right, so we have some feedback. Cindy's telling me that it's not loud enough, so I'm asking all of you, because it's very loud in here, to make sure that you have all your instruments as loud as they can be. Bring up the volume, and also take a time now to share the production with your friends. Start a watch party. Let's share the wealth here. This is a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing all the research for these songs, because I hardly ever get to sing these songs out in town because they're not really popular, I guess. They're not mainstream Sinatra. So this next song here is called Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars. And in the Portuguese, when it was written by Jobim, he called this song Corcovado. It was an instrumental song for many years, and a lot of the arrangers, a lot of musicians picked up this song, and it was very popular. And it's a very soft bossa nova sound. And Corcovado, by the way, if you're wondering what that means, it is the largest mountain in Rio de Janeiro. If you've ever seen pictures of Rio, they have Sugarloaf Mountain on the bottom and a big mountain in front of it, and there's a statue of Jesus. Jesus the Redeemer standing out there in front. It's a beautiful mountain, and it's huge. You can't miss it. And that's what this song is a little bit about. Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars. Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and the window looking over Corcovado. Oh, how lovely. This is where I want to be, here with you, so heavenly, until the final flicker of life. I, who was lost and lonely, believing that life was only a bitter, tragic joke, have found with you the meaning of existence, oh my love. I, who was lost and lonely, believing that life was only a bitter, tragic joke, have found with you the meaning of existence, oh my love. That's a real pretty song. I have to tell you, Truth and Advertise, the first time I ever sang that song in public ever. So beautiful tune. And so this next one, I have sung this before, and this is when I did the Cole Porter show several weeks back. This song is also written in a bossa nova beat. It's called I Concentrate on You. Whenever clouds look gray to me, trouble begins to brew. Whenever the winter winds become too strong, I concentrate on you. When fortune cries nay, nay to me, people declare you're through. Whenever the blues become my only song, I concentrate on you, on your smile so sweet, so tender. When at first my kiss you do decline, on the light in your eyes when you surrender, and once again our arms intertwine. And so when wise men say to me that love's young dreams never come true, to prove that even wise men can be wrong, I concentrate on you. song was written in 1940, but the arrangement was much more modern, and it was rearranged in 1967 for that album.
People are having cutting in and out issues.
Cutting in and out issues. I'm getting a report from the technician over here. I have no control over that. That is all Facebook. So just keep sticking around. If you get knocked out, come back in. Log out, come back in, and just catch me there. Remember, I'm going to be recording this whole thing, and it can be seen afterwards in its entirety. And anyway, so this next song is a beautiful, beautiful song that was written by Jobim with English lyrics by Alacio de Oliveira. It was written in 1960 by Jobim, and it's called Dindi, D-I-N-D-I. But in Portuguese, they pronounce that as Gingi. And so that's the name of the song. Here we go. Sky, so vast is the sky, with faraway clouds just wandering by. Where do they go? I don't know, don't know. Wind that speaks to the leaves, telling stories that no one believes. Stories of love belong to you and to me. Oh, Gingy, if I only had words, I would say all the beautiful things that I see when you're with me, oh my Gigi. Oh Gigi, like the song of the wind in the trees, that's how my heart is singing, Gingy, happy Gingy, when you're with me. I love you more each day, yes I do, yes I do. I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, Gingy, I'd be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, my Gingy. Like a river that can't find the sea. That would be me without you, Gingy. 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 Well, in case you didn't notice, bring it down more. In case you didn't notice, the music was very, very soft, and Frank had to change his singing style to accommodate these beautiful songs. So he had to learn how to sing softly. And a singer, you understand that that takes an awful lot of control and a lot of breath work and breathing and a lot of practice. And those songs are very challenging to sing, and Frank just did a beautiful job. If you've never heard that album, it's worth getting and just listening to it. You can get it on YouTube. Just beautiful songs. All right, this next one was very popular too. And by the way, all these songs are recorded by big people, not just Frank Sinatra, but I'm thinking of Ella Fitzgerald and many other singers have sung these songs as well. So it's not just Frank doing it. This next one is called the One Note Samba. I like this song a lot. John Hendricks put the lyrics to this, but this is a really cleverly written song, and it is like it sounds, a one-note samba. Here we go. This is just a little samba built upon a single note. Other notes are bound to follow, but the root is still that note. Now this new one is a consequence of the one we've just been through. Just as I've become the unavoidable consequence of you. There's so many people who can talk and talk and talk and just say nothing, or nearly nothing. I have used up all the scale I know, and at the end I've come to nothing. I mean nothing. So I come back to that first note, as I must come back to you. I will pour in all the love I have for you. Anyone who wants the whole show, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, you will find himself with wondering, I will be dancing with Cindy soon. There's so many people who can talk and talk and talk and just say nothing, or nearly nothing. I have used up all the scale I know, and at the end I've come to nothing, I mean nothing. So I come back to that first note, as I must come back to you. I will pour into that one note all the love I feel for you. Anyone who wants the whole show, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, he will find himself with no show. Better play the notes you know. What a cute song. One Note Samba. All right, so again, the next song is another one of these Jobim written songs. He wrote the lyrics and the music to this one. This came out of the 1967 album. So this is a song called Wave. So close your eyes, 'cause that's a funny way to be. Aware of things your heart alone was meant to see. The fundamental loneliness goes whenever two can dream a dream together. You can't deny. Don't try to fight the rising sea. Don't fight the moon, the stars above, and don't fight me. The fundamental loneliness goes whenever two can dream a dream together. When I met you first, the time was 3:30. When your eyes met mine, it was eternity. So now I know the wave is on its way to be. Just catch that wave, don't be afraid of loving me. The fundamental loneliness goes wherever two can dream a dream together. I'll bring her up next song. When I met you first, the time was 3:30. When your eyes met mine, it was eternity. So now I know the wave is on its way to be. Just catch that wave, don't be afraid of loving me. The fundamental loneliness goes wherever two can dream a dream together. 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 All right, so we're at almost a half hour point, so right on cue here. This will be the last song of the Jobim songs that I'm going to be presenting for you this hour. And I saved the best for last. Arguably, this next song was just a signature song for Frank Sinatra and Carlos Jobim. And I did a little bit of research on this song. Of course, the name of the song, I'm sure you know, is The Girl from Ipanema. And from your geography class, Ipanema is in the southern part of the city of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. It's in the very southern part near the water on the ocean. It's a beach. And the story goes that Tom Jobim was at a bar in Rio de Janeiro, in Ipanema. And this beautiful, just knockout, 17-year-old young woman was walking by. And when he saw her, and everybody else in the bar was locked on her, he got inspired to write a song about her. And she actually has a name, and her name is Hilo Pinheiro. She's 74 years old, and I looked her up on Google, and she still looks beautiful. She was obviously, she was a Playboy on the Playboy cover there back in the 70s, 60s and 70s, and just a very beautiful woman. They say that she still hangs out at that bar or still walks the streets there in Rio de Janeiro, so in Ipanema. So maybe someday, Cindy and I will go down there and we'll meet her, have her drink, and say I just love the song that was written by you about you. And anyway, the song itself, again, research tells me that this is the second most recorded song of all time, second only to the Beatles' Yesterday. I don't know what the source is, but there's a lot of people who count songs and how many times they've been recorded and such, and that's what this tells me. Yeah, a lot of people say this is elevator music, but you know what? If you really listen to this music, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's very different. And again, Frank Sinatra was a big fan. So let's do The Girl from Ipanema. young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes. When she walks just like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently that when she passes, each one she passes goes. But I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly, but each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall and tan, young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes I smile, but she doesn't see. Time to dance. That's the girl from Ipanema right there. Oh, but I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly, but each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall, tan, young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes I smile, but she doesn't see. No, she just doesn't see. No, she cannot see. An American classic for sure. I hope you like my Jobim theme songs. I only presented 8 as I count, and there's so many more. Jobim wrote about 400 songs, most of them in Portuguese, but this was a nice presentation to give you a good snapshot of the type of songs that Frank Sinatra recorded with that style, the bossa nova style. So now I'm going to shift to some, what I call some gems. These are just hand-picked songs from Frank Sinatra that I don't normally sing. This next one is considered a novelty song. It came out, it was written in 1946 by, let me get the guy's name, Bob Hilliard and Dick Miles. And Frank Sinatra, in his early years, when he was recording with Columbia Records, recorded this song. And then later on in 1960, when he came out with his album Ring-a-Ding-Ding, he recorded this song with a much more up-tempo beat to it. And I really like this song a lot, so let's do it. It's called The Coffee Song. Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the billions, so they've got to find those extra cups to fill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. You can't get cherry soda, 'cause they've got to fill their quota, and the way things are, I'll bet they never will. They've got a zillion tons of coffee in Brazil. No tea or tomato juice, you will see. No potato juice, 'cause the planters down in Santa's all say no, no, no. The politician's daughter was accused of drinking water and was fined a great big $50 bill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. Take it! Hey! Get some water. out later she smells just like a percolator. Her perfume was made right on the grill. Why, they could percolate the ocean in Brazil. And when their ham and eggs need savor, coffee ketchup gives them flavor. Coffee pickles way outsell the dill. Why, they put coffee in the coffee in Brazil, 'cause they got no tea or tomato juice. And you will see no potato juice, 'cause the planters down in Santa's all say no, no, no. So you add to the local color, serving coffee with a cruller. Dunkin' doesn't take a lot of skill. They've got an awful lot of coffee, an awful lot of coffee, man. They've got a gang of coffee.
Sorry.
Well, you know, sometimes you get good help and sometimes you don't. And she just blew my big ending there. You know, if you were looking at that song, there's an awful lot of lyrics in there, and you got to keep it up. Now, I'm not going to do it over some other time, so I'll just have to get a new person to take care of this. I've coached her, and she still messes up sometimes. Anyway, we still love her, right? Right? We can't have music without somebody playing the music, so I have to count on her, all warts and all. So anyway, all right. So let's keep going. This next song is kind of a novelty song. Now, what is a novelty song, you might ask? A novelty song is something like a parody, something a little bit funny, kind of cutesy. There's been a lot of them through the years. They're coming to take me away, ha 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 ha. That's a novelty song. Yakety yak, don't talk back. That's a novelty song. There's been so many of them, but this next one here is no stranger to anybody who's watching the show tonight. It is a children's rhyme, and when we were all kids, we learned how to sing this song. And but I never thought in my wildest dreams that somebody like Frank Sinatra would change the lyrics completely around by using some great lyricists, Alan and Marilyn Bergman, who wrote so many great tunes, and Lou Spence arranged it. And this is Old MacDonald, Frank Sinatra style. Here we go. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm there was a chick, the prettiest chick I know, with a little curve here and a little curve there. And this chick, she had curves to spare. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this church she had a walk, E-I-E-I-O. And oh, that walk would drive 'em wild, swinging to and fro, with a little wiggle here and a little wiggle here. Man, this chick, she had wiggles to spare. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. When she went walking into town, E-I-E-I-O. The local gentries popped their eyes. Tarnation, what a show! With a gold dang here and a gosh darn there. Heaven to Betsy, I do declare. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. There was a barn dance Saturday night, E-I-E-I-O. And the fellas came from miles around just to see her do-si-do. With a promenade here and a promenade there and a square dance, man, this chick, she's no square. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. I used to be a traveling man, E-I-E-I-O. Until I hit MacDonald's farm, things were mighty slow. With a little chick here and a little chick there, I really had about a chick anywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. This farmer's daughter knocked me out, E-I-E-I-O. I asked MacDonald for her hair and Pappy all her clothes. With a little curved hair and a little wiggle there, I'll go down here and a gosh down there. do-si-dos here and a promenade there. I got my own private county fair. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. I get it, not politically correct, and it's definitely not a song you're going to sing to your kids. But that's Frank Sinatra and his style. It is a hard song to sing because a lot of moving parts in that one, but I love singing it. All right, let's move on. That came out in 1961, in case you're wondering what year. The next one is Can I Steal a Little Love? Now, here's a story about this. Frank Sinatra was not a fan of rock and roll. When rock and roll music started to come out in the 1950s, he was against it, and his producers tried to give him songs to sing, and he would always fight them tooth and nail, said, that's not my style, I'm a swing singer, and I'm a more traditional jazz singer, and not a rock and roll guy. But some of these songs he kind of acquiesced to, and I'm glad he did, because I really like this song. It's called Can I Steal a Little Love? Here we go. Can I steal a little love? Can I steal a little love? Cool me, baby, I'm on fire. To win your love is my desire. Hug me, squeeze me till I'm red, till my eyes bug out my head. Cool me, woo me, turtle dove. Can I steal a little love? Please tell me, why are you driving me crazy? And why do I dig you like I do? If I could steal a little kiss and you can prove that it was wrong, I'll give it back to you. Come on, tell me with a smile. I can walk you down the aisle. I won't even need a shove. Can I steal a little love? Swing with me.
Baby.
Please tell me, why are you driving me crazy? And why do I dig you like I do? If I could steal a kiss and you can prove that it was wrong, hey, I'll give it back to you. Come on, tell me with a smile. I can walk you down the aisle. I won't even need a shove. Can I steal a little love? Can I steal a little love? Can I steal a little love? Yeah. There you go. All right. All right, next song is called Come Dance With Me, 1959. These two guys, I think I might be doing a show just on their music alone. Jimmy Van Heusen and Sammy Cahn, they were prolific songwriters for Frank. They wrote about 65 songs for him in his career. This is just one of many. This came from the Swing album that was produced, directed, and arranged by the great Billy May Orchestra. So this is a great tune, and there's a word in there that you might not be familiar with. It's called terpsichore. If you know what a terpsichore is, I'll tell you at the end of the song. Think about it, and you can probably Google it during the time. Terpsichore. It's in the lyric here. Here we go. Hey there, cutes, put on your dancing boots and come dance with me. Come dance with me, what an evening for some terpsichore. Pretty face, I know a swinging place. Come on, dance with me, romance with me on a crowded floor. And while that rhythm swings, what lovely things I'll be saying. But what is dancing but making love set to music, playing when the band begins to leave the stand? Folks start to roam as we wing home, cheek to cheek we'll be. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on and dance with me. Hey there cutes, put on your bassy boots and come dance with me. Come dance with me, what an evening for some terpsichore. Pretty face, I know a swinging place. Come on, dance with me, romance with me on a crowded floor. And while that rhythm swings, what cuckoo things I'll be saying. For what is dancing but making love set to music, playing when the band begins to leave the stand? Folks start to roam as we wing home, cheek to cheek we'll be. So come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on and dance with me. Yeah, great tune. All right. Okay, coming down to the last three songs of the night. And this one is a rerun from earlier in the program. In fact, it was the very first song I sang, Baubles, Bangles, and Beads. That's why it was written in 1953. Robert Wright and George Forrest wrote this song for the musical Kismet, as I mentioned earlier. And as I said earlier, the song was changed from its original version, which I'm going to sing for you now, to a samba bossa nova style. And what a lot of the songwriters and arrangers figured out is they could take these songs in this in these styles and make them bossa nova songs. It's very interesting how they do that. However, the bossa nova songs cannot be transposed to a more traditional type of style song. So that's kind of an interesting thing. A little side note there. So here is Baubles, Bangles, and Beads from the it was written in 1953, as I said, and this is from Frank Sinatra and Billy May. Again, Baubles, Bangles, and Beads. Baubles, bangles, hear how they jing, jing-a-ling-o. Baubles, bangles, bright shiny beads, sparkle, spangle. Your heart will sing, sing-a-ling-o, wearing baubles, bangles, and beads. You'll glitter and gleam, so you're gonna make somebody dream, so that someday he may buy you a ring, ring-a-ling-a. I've heard that's where it leads. If you're wearing baubles, bangles, and beads. Here we go, hey! baubles, bangles. Hear how they jing-jing-a-ling-a, baubles, bangles. All those bright shiny beads, sparkle, spangle. Your heart will sing, sing-a-ling-a, wearing baubles, bangles and beads. You'll glitter and gleam, so you're gonna make somebody dream, so that someday he may buy you a ring, ring-a-ling-a. I've heard that's where it leads. If you're wearing baubles, bangles, and those cool, cool beads. Yeah. See how different that song is from the original one I did earlier, the earlier one, the samba, very different. It's just remarkable how you can change a song and make it sound completely different, same exact song. All right, so this next song is a favorite of my wife, Cindy, and I actually sang this at the 100th anniversary of Frank Sinatra back in 2015, in December of 2015. I had a big show, and I brought her out of the audience and sang this to her. It's a kind of a cute song, but it's very Frank Sinatra. I'll just leave it at that. You can listen to the lyrics by Michael Stewart, and he wrote the song and the lyrics. It came out in 1976, so much, much later in Frank's career, and it's called I Love My Wife. Very pretty song. My thoughts may stray, my eyes may roam, the neighbor's grass may seem much greener than the grass right here at home. If pretty girls excite me, well, that's life. But just in case you didn't know, I love my wife. My mind at times may dwell on sex. If someone's rating dreams, then most of mine, I guess, are double X. If dimple knees delight me, well, that's life. But just in case you hadn't heard, I love my wife. Like bait that wriggles, and it makes catfish bite. A lady jiggles, and my eyes got a light upon so sweet a sight. And if I shake, break out in spots, don't fret, it's not so you're if rosy lips invite me, well, that's life. But just in case you couldn't guess, I love my wife. My mind may dwell on sex, and if someone's rating dreams, then most of mine, I guess, are double X. If rosy lips invite me, well, that's life. But just in case you couldn't guess, or I love my wife. love my life. Another cute song. I don't know if you ever heard that song before. Again, these are some gems. I call them gems because they're not mainstream. But I like them, and I don't get to sing them very often, so I thought I'd throw it into this Jobim program. I hope you enjoyed it. One more song to finish up. This was written by Al David, Reed Evans, and Arthur Altman in 1930. It's a very clever song called American Beauty. Folks, I had a great time tonight. Thanks so much. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Hey, we got a shout out for a couple of birthdays out there. Ange Camilla from Illinois, and my brother-in-law, Wally Svalucha from Chicago, Illinois. What? And her son Johnny's birthday, Angie's son's Johnny's birthday. And there's somebody else out there I briefly saw before I left, but if I missed your birthday, happy birthday out there for all of you folks. Hey, we're going to get through all this madness. It's coming. I can feel it. It's, just like Frank Sinatra said, the best is yet to come. We'll get through this, folks. Let's just hang in there tight, love each other, respect each other. Yeah, we have differences of opinion, but that's okay. So let's do this song, American Beauty Rose. I'll see you guys next week, next Friday. Here we go. Daisy is darling, Iris is sweet, Lily is lovely, Blossom's a treat. Of all the sweethearts a guy could meet, well, I finally chose an American Beauty Rose. Cordelia's tragic, she can't be mine. Magnolia's magic, it makes Maggie shine. Laurel will hug you, orchids divine, till I finally chose an American Beauty Rose. Well, she's clingier than ivy, and she's springier than black-eyed Susan, zingier than Maybelle's in June. I'm daffy as a daffodil, it's laughable the way I thrill when roses are in bloom. Pansy is pretty, willow is tall, violet's kisses, tulips recall. How can I choose one? I love them all. Still I finally chose an American Beauty Rose. Yeah! Take a trombone here for you. Willow is tall, violet's kisses, tulips recall. How can I choose one? I love them all. Still I finally chose an American Beauty Rose. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Frank